You abusia me man kram krabia akwaba at the bar time with Maame Grace Chumedie Kessie so. And the topic I hear discussing is did humans create gods? Did human create gods? Or God no na o create humans? Which is which? Now adia e warranty this very episode no. Eye adia bi a me posti ye e wo me social media handle. Eno na e warranty this very episode. Enti no, before we finish, no, I will leave some vital questions for all of us to answer. But before we go, let me actually repeat what I posted on my social media. Aqua warranty this very episode. Me man kran krabia akwaba. Ediya me diso our platform we so the prettiest preacher. I am Maame Grace. I preach consciousness and self-liberation. I preach African liberation and I am African spirituality. I welcome you to another great episode. So what did I write on my social media? Let's all see it. It is easier to support Maame Grace than to hate her. Otherwise, you are going against Tiawe one after the other. And tell me if there is any universe, any God, any deity, any ruler in the universe. Ubeka say, in the universe, Ubeka say, Ebia, I am calling small gods. Then you tell me, but I will take my time and do this. I read. Otherwise, you go against the creator. The pearls, that's my followers or my subscribers. Over 12 different pantheons of gods. 12 council of gods in each pantheon. 54 Orisha dynasties of deities. 12 high-ranking angelic legends. 360 spirits of the degrees of the zodiac. All spirits of lesser keys of Solomon. 1 million rivers, rocks, and nature spirits of creation. 12 million spirits of the first 12 clan of Akabulan. The secret orders and the hidden wisdom of alchemists and society orders. Galactic federations, universal essence, science, religious saints, and gods. Orders of the first men of Akabulan, League of the Ascending Masters, Messiahs, and Holy Prophets. Mother Nature, the sun, the moon. Even your family gods will come after you. That's when you decide to deal with me. I wrote this, and it is the truth. Because me, myself, the things I am doing and the thing I can do and the abilities and the power that is pushing me, I am even scared. So I was just saying that I am not, or I have not subscribed to anything. But these are powers, these are gods, these are rulers that rule this universe. And someone said that all this, you saw the creator and you are so ignorant that you are saying that none of these small gods I'm calling works than Jesus. The creator created your Jesus. And I took this opportunity to throw light on this, but today, no mefa ba akupe saying, Nama kan wasem. I have told you, don't push me, because if you push me, I'll vomit them all. And it won't help any of us. I am not afraid. Who is God and what is God? Did God created us or we created the gods? What makes someone or something a god? If you don't vibrate on Jesus, he can never be a god. If you don't vibrate on Krishna, he will never be a god. If you don't vibrate on Muhammad, he will never be a god. So who make the god or who created the gods? Is it human or God created humans? Who created who? Today we are going to break this thing down, and then I will identify, I will give you a spiritual hypothesis or hypothesis, and I would spark or point out a spark that is in you that creates God. So before we finish, whatever you know, you can also add up. If it is not the truth, write the truth or come and teach us the truth. You are watching Time with Maame Grace. I am the prettiest preacher. I am the biggest. I am the largest. I am African liberation and I am African spirituality. I welcome you to another episode. So before we go, my chino no my English yeah the best because my South African, my Kenyan, my Liberia, all my friends. Now I have group of friends also in China. My Costa Rica people, my Dominican Republic people. They said, "Mommy, be adding small English because we love what you are doing. We are learning much." So now, no. I'll be mixing the Chi with English because my English is actually not big, you know. I'm trying to, so I tell people the downloads and they write it here for me. So today, what are we discussing? Did humans create God? It's a question. So you can actually put everything I'm saying today as a question. I welcome each and every one of us again to Time with Maame Grace. And no, and yet the womb, I give birth to all the shows you watch on this platform. I welcome you once again. There has been great debate about God's existence. As some way, Revelations, yatwene srene abasa. Why ni nyankopon? Nyankopon ye hwan? Obia describe nyankopon. Okay? Nobody has actually been able to put a finger. Nobody has even been able to define God. We all describe God. So who is God? Who created him? Bible says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. Who is this God? Me baby ne bisa me asem bi ache. Or say almost say in the beginning no onyankopon be osoro ne asase. Nti onyankopon no te he. Ansa no bebo osoro ne asase no. So what actually is God? Before I finish, I will get into your DNA. And I will point out what actually brought about God and what actually brought about worshiping and what exactly worshiping is all about. I welcome you. So people are debating, Nyame ye hwan, who is God? Na samna ye bebre, obi bia be describe it. God is the creator. God is the omnipotent. God is, all these are attributes. So what exactly is God? Onyame ne creative God. God in the creative God. And now God in the creative mankind. And now mankind in the creative God. What makes what we hear God works? And what makes what we hear make existence of God? So what created God? Who is God? That is what we are discussing today. If your pastor says he saw God or that God spoke to him about you, yet in what platform is there or say I speak the mind of God. If you don't know God, how do you speak his mind? If you don't know Jesus, how do you speak his mind? If you don't know Maame Grace, how do you speak the mind of Maame Grace? Some of my workers will tell you my mind, they will tell you my passion, they will tell you say Maame Grace they say openi be perfect. Because they know me. They've been with me for 5 years, for 6 years, for 8 years. At least they know what I like and what I don't like, and they know how words come out of my mouth. Blast, straightforward like that. We don't cushion things here. So if your pastor tell you, say, "Oh, can nyame adwene atrel, ana nyame ka bibi kyerɛ no, ana nyame yi bibi kyerɛ na pastor no, ɛdeɛ important na all patre." Oh, share time with Maame Grace. Is he saying he met a bearded man at a location or that God manifested magically? So pastor say, I'm giving you prophecy. Prophecy now, man, I Bible. That recently we had a bishop saying all sort of things that Yenko Bisa Bawumia questions, Yenko Bisa President Akufo-Addo questions. All those questions are not in the Bible. Where did he get all these things from? And they say they saw it. They saw visions. That vision, I'm saying, nyame ne yichire and nyame ben and the yichire. How? Yet they know all these visions because almost say my bibia only the Bible. But when you read the Bible, as san semina papa ni si yembisa Bawumia, san semina papa ni si yembisa Akufo-Addo no, san semina si yembisa Kennedy ni, san semina any Bible mu. So what is it about? What are they actually saying? Is it a made-up story by the pastor? Are pastors using their minds to condition God's business? These are questions. Everything I'm saying today is a question. How did they get the mind of God? It is a mind of God no more can. Won so what some na wo ka kire wo ba no. Ana won so wafutuo na wo de ma wo sofo no. Ana sa wo sofo no yire afutuo de ma no no. Eno so your mind of who? Bronsama ana. Everything I'm saying today is a question. Now I am coming to decode what is called worship, what is called God. And when I mean say ye nipa ne create God. And now God ne create nipa. And now why yesum? What is it about? That's what I'm decoding. In this episode, we will look at two scenarios to ask questions. Is God a creation of our minds, or did he create us? This is one big question. What is your opinion? Onyankopon ena bo yen ana onu no bo ne ho. Obo ade no. Onu no bo yen ana yen ne ye bo no. How do you know there is God if not human being? How do you know? But come to think of it, no, all this religious body and this God thing, no, it's no more than 300,000 years. The Bible is 2,000 years, and Quran, your friend say, Islam, it came after Christianity. Into the I am friend said they came together into 2,000 years ago. This world is over 4 million years now. Into no, let's say 400 years ago, before all these things, no. What's up with them? This is my question. So just 4,000 years ago, slave trade in no, just 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 years ago. Now religion ni ho no no. Na nkrofo no ede na na omo ye. No mu nim so omo be sum bibi ana ede na na omo sum. Ede na ede this worship thing ne ba ye. Hwan na bo Onyankopon? Yen nipa ne ye bo Onyankopon ana Onyankopon no bo bi beka say ba bi afi waduru ni. Se se de yen ye bo Onyankopon. But before we finish, you bring your answer. If it's not the truth, come and tell us the truth. Revelations platform is open, and I am open to come to wherever you are. Na wababehu dia ewoho. When I posted these deities or these gods, and I said the creator, Obiso was talking about Jesus. I don't know the creator and Jesus, who is who. Creator be a smaller God, because I said creator, I didn't say Jesus. Integrator, a smaller God. If this is not mental illness, then I actually don't know what is it about. I continue. The idea for this post are many, but today I will discuss one with you. I mentioned many gods, medikaya mention amount, angels, spirits, societies, and many deities. So all these gods now me mention, you know, if you are a Buddhist, you believe only in Vishnu and other Vedic gods. It means you are denying all thousands of other gods. Are you automatically become their enemies? This is what I want us to think about. Se wo be ye Kristonia, wujidie ana wunyankopon ena ye Yesu. Enti no Muhammad be ye wo tamfo ana, Vishnu ebe ye wo tamfo ana, Krishna ebe ye wo tamfo ana, Buddha ebe ye wo tamfo ana, Indian fo no so wo nyankopon omosum obe ye wo tamfo ana. This is what I am asking. Omo omosum asase ya ne ne ka ho no. Se wo se wo nyankopon ni a obe ye omotamfo ana, who created the gods? Did human created the God, or created the creator, or created the energies? Who created the God? Or God created humans? Which is which? That is what we are decoding today. Enti no, oisi media minyankopon ni ono no ye papa, ono no ye superior. So what becomes the rest of these gods? And who even created these gods? Because Bible say the Lord created heaven and earth and everything in it. That's what the Bible say. Everything in it. And I saw all was good and I rested. This is the word of God. And you know, say we see Jesus na papa na other gods na aka na papa, who created them? Bible say worship no other God except me, because your Lord God is a jealous God. So why did you create all these gods in the first place? I didn't create them. So if it is God that created God, if it is the creator that created God, why is one God jealous of other gods? This is why I ask, did human created God? It's a question. I need your answer. Because you cannot create somebody and then come and tell me, say, you are jealous about your own creation. So think deep and see whether it is humans that created all these gods, or the creator created all these gods, and we created at the end of the or you're jealous. How do you calculate this? How do you answer this? What's your time with Maame Grace? What is the probability that all these gods are wrong and your God is the right one? I mean, what's the probability? Say, oh, Krishna, Ebeka say, Muhammad says, Ebinum po de sebe, omo knowledge no wasro. So they don't actually discriminate. They believe that we should leave everybody to worship his God. So if I decide to create a God right now, and people start vibrating on it, and that God becomes a God, who created God? Did humans created God? The creator, who created him? This is the wahala we are going through. You are watching Time with Maame Grace. I continue. Which God is creating all the other people? And what power is that God using if he is powerless? Se nyankopon na onya obiya di n'echi no. In fact, mama me example way. When you go to India, they have their God. They don't worship the Bible God. When you go to Arab, they worship Quran, Muhammad. And they are so rich and powerful. If you go to India, they are making it. They've broken even the slave seal. Now, other countries, European world and Western world, you know, they've broken the seal. Everybody, every strange person, especially the blacks, when you go to Europe, there is these two lines. Omo fa nipa cause slavery ni mu nyina de mienu na ya omo ye. They use them for farming, they use them for cleaning, and they use them for care. Even if you were a university graduate, who were MBA or something, who were doctor's degree, what dear Ben degree, who do a brochida, obey care, obey cleaning. Tell me if this is not true. It is that thing that is there that people are still working for the system, the slave trade in disguise. But these Indian people today, I'm saying this to you and I'm saying this with my 2 feet on the ground. Everywhere you will see a black man staying in a Ostosidino, it is an Indian that broke that wall for a black man to be there. You can do this investigation spiritually, physically, and see if this is not true. So I go back to my words. These two things, cleaning and then care and farming, that was what they were using us for as slaves. Don't forget, these Indians also went through. I'm saying this with every confidence. Blacks are still in the slave trade, working for the systems of the Europeans in disguise. And these Indians, they've gone into their spirit and their ancestors, and they decided to break that wall of cleaning, of care, and of farming. Now, they decided to break this by using IT. They went beyond, cleaning and care, and they started with IT, and they entered into the law system, and now they are entering into all these parliamentaries. Now, our Western world, you know, they are breaking the walls of slavery. They are breaking their star block. Tonight, I will talk about star block, and I will talk about me debunking the theory of the matrix. So these people have broken all these stars, and it is only blacks. And they don't invest into the future. They always look for a shortcut and a short term. That's how blacks are limited. These Indians don't worship the Bible God, but this is what they've done. They've gone breaking even ancestral curse or transgenerational curse. So now when they go to this Western world, they go there as IT personalities, they go there as lawyers, and now they are entering into parliament. They are trying to revolve the story about Indians. What do we do as black people? So which God is the best God? Nyame bay and nyame papa. That's my question. If it is the Bible God, the rest of the gods, are they enemies to you? This is what I'm saying. What power are these other gods using in blessing their people? I need answers. All these are questions. I continue. Which God is creating all other people? And what power is that God using if he is powerless? Say omunya kopon ada nyina omunya papa. E de ben power no omu use. Na so omu powerless, what are they doing? And onomumba prosper. Indians are rich, the Chinese, Arabians are doing so well. So how does the Christian God become the best and most perfect when the Jewish don't even accept that God? Nobody has disputed that fact that Jesus is an Israelite or is a Jew. Nobody, no book. Bibi eniwa aka say Yesu onye Jew ni. It is ono no ya powerful, ono na oye okay a. Adenti no no ani kromufo engine se waba. Ana omu jindi se oye Nyankopon. Up till now, there is a golden gate in Israel. Soldier for in 2410, they are waiting for the Messiah to come. When you go to Israel right now, Minko Israel kwamako over 10 times. I was going twice a year for waiting in the name of Jesus. So everything I say, when I go, anything I make, I jump into plane and go and make research. Enti say Jesus na ye the ultimate God aden obia nim so free Jew or ye Jew ni aden na Jew for be seen the omunjinindi. I'm telling you that when you go to Israel right now, Abraham, Moses, Elijah is more respected than Jesus himself. So do you think it's not necessary for us to ask questions? When you go to Israel right now, you will not go and see any charismatic church there. You will not see Orthodox church there. The only church you will see there is Roman or Catholic. And nipetu netuya so osiwa no onum ni cigarette. They don't care. But they are eating. They are feeding themselves based on this name that they don't believe. And we don't want to think far, but we rather want to accept. Say, listen, Abusia, adie bi ye be wie no be hu. Adie bi wo ho a obi ye te say bi a swimming pool wo fie. Ana sika obi di sika to baby no pesa ne ba befa na bibi dangerous e wo baby a. The oba tiny kan nyina ne say ebi asomesi menko ahanom na akwa akakai wo ho obechiw. Or can say said the be ya akola ne nko no fa ne hu nkoto danger mu. Does that mean that if they said that if you don't do good, you will go to hell? Ebia, obi kwati me ka say, me kunu ne so wonnim na wo kwai woni oba foforo bi da me jai wo manyame me sama wo manyame na oba ma ne ono a ne yam hyehye no nti okochim na wi a na ne guilty conscience ebi kura so omokoye wi omokofa nchini dware because oba na kese ne say wonnim na ne oba bi koda eye adwuni ni mu na ye create all these things na and I said the one bearded man be is sitting somewhere or control yen say ya adwuni ni mu na ye create all these things, and then who created God? This is the question I'm asking. Everything I'm saying here is question. If Allah and Yahweh are the same, how did they write two different books and have different worshippers and followers? Like what I'm saying is that the three Abrahamic religion, the Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. If this is one God, that why do we have different way of worshiping that same God? Can you explain this to me? We need answers. If you have them, Revelations platform is open, it's for free. If you cannot come, just tell us, call us. We will carry our bus and we will be there with you to shoot and take this information. Let's discuss these questions in the comment section. There will be no fatu comment section. I want us to think critically and understand that, or know that if there is any God and there is no mankind without God, that God will never be God. So who created God? Is it the creator that created us, or we created the creators? This is the question. Give me your answer in the comment section. God for social orders. I'm going to give you like 3-4 steps. Na mi wia na ma kire ade ewu nipa da sanimu enti a onipa feel say. Say ohwehwe bibi na osom. Eye curse, eye adwene no, ana eye order of the world, ana eye order of the universe. That is what we are going to discuss. Ana eye yen and aye creating. Is religion a control mechanism? Is politics a control mechanism? That is what we need to understand, and this is what we are investigating to see whether we created the gods or they created us. What's your time with Maame Grace? I'm the prettiest preacher. I continue. This theory suggests that religion was invented to present a more formal control of human behavior. Onipa da seni wahu. Aya, meka say even if religion is a control mechanism, Africans don't need it. Because Africans are so strong and powerful that religion cannot control them. The reason we are using it and it's not working on us, because when you go to the Western world, they used religion to tame the people. Now they've gone over it. So they are changing all the churches into schools, into factories, and all that. Up to now, uko abrochira, baby a religion no one before yan yasan kotena ho. And yasan religion because it's the easiest way. We don't want to suffer. Last time, I suffer be our America. Or no, or better what me comment section or say if their God is fake, leave us to worship our fake God. You know, it's because you are a lazy man. You don't want to work hard. But that is the easiest way. You will sleep in a house. The church people will rent a house for you. They will pay your children's school fees. They will buy clothes for your wife. They will give their cars to you. And then you will use the money, the offering for everything you want. That's why you are trying to send me those messages. But it doesn't hold water. I'm asking questions, I need answers. Come and give me answers. I continue. This theory suggests that religion was invented to present a more formal control of human behavior, to make people behave well. A human law was made. The government was established to enforce the law into our brain. So when I'm now Korea, a true new with you, and you're watching in a back country, say, hey, see a chimia, meko jelu. That is how the law works. And Tisanka law ni ye juma, and you're watching that law no regulating tin a womb we are dear. But I had no make room and I yet no, yanya honest. Says I no crab, why do you say, hey, me we are ye chimia, ye de meko jela, you will still steal it because the law is loose. If you know somebody there, you can pass through it and you will go. Who created the gods? That's the question. I continue. To make people behave well, and they enforce you to do what is right. You can't, sorry now. We are kromfua. Na say law no anchewa. Say running uko wiade ne yenche wo mfa unko court in jail wa. But religion ne bema when we say nyami mi wi nyami hwemi o. And also another thing they established to control the masses. All these things are just control mechanism. So when people are ready now to know, let the people know what is it about. So they are able to live a clean life for any baby na so because all they have in so now the fear so they will give you what you want openly and they will do worse stuff in secret. Na abofra obune maami wo fie na obefie a ompie no ko university kofie dwaman a obo no. But oba obeye ko no di wachi kwa sorry omo na ye hu omo se omo ye ni papa. Me I have a child who has piercing, he has a lot of pierces in the piercing na mo kan said then or yeah a lot of things. But that child is never a bad child. But as sorry for now, Musha Maxi, he said, Misha Maxim. Or who that child that they feel that child is a bad child. But we all have a way of life. And to let the child know, say, are there way now, whether in secret or in church, so that people will not lead a pretentious life. But that is what we are doing. Now, anything I hear openly, now and reflect on us in secret, you know, are meaningless. Into what we are portraying and physically say Ghana 75% of the people here are Christians. Na boni do su senya questionable. Maybe we don't actually understand what we are doing. What kind of God are we worshiping? Is he blessing us? Or you worshiping for one yebenya? You think we shouldn't ask these questions? Yes, see yebesi usuanke yeshe woma. Yes, who na we yebeso ahwe we yariem. Inti say ye beko heaven adene ya bra boy what asisi no em project. Don't come and tell me say heaven is for the poor. Or say blessed are the poor for they shall inherit the kingdom of God. Do you understand? Do you even understand that word? That's what they use in deceiving people. Did human create gods? That's what we are discussing. God himself, or God, the capital God. That's what we are talking about. I continue. Religion is the surety that even if someone decides to hide and break the law and the government doesn't see them, the Lord God will see them and judge them. Inti no almost share adie ne maye in layers. Already kanya ye laws no we are there ye becho we say ni na wa adwene nim. Inti se we decide say wo masa adie we nya adwene adwuma wo wadwene mu a na fe religion no so I catch up with you. A catch up with you and no wow guilty conscience. Ebe catch up say nyame hu ebi na my example no. Sa de we mba mu use a year adwuma time. Wo kɔ no nim na ne obi kɔda me gya wo ma Nyankopɔn. Wunya ka we ana eto adwene ni mu a ɔno ane guilty conscience obehie oba no kra obutu ne so ane ho bedwo at once. This is how the brain works. Anything you feed it, it produces it in multiple. Enti na obatan ne bakasa sebe onfa ade onchura asem ne ntare nanim okegu adwene nimu na ye adwuma ye kosku ade ye kosunya nyina ye se bie wadwene mu obitumi ka se misua ade enkom adwene mu. It's all about the mind, it's all about the brain. That is why we have to be careful the things we grow or we groom our brains with. And before I finish, I will point out the particular brain and how it got into our DNA as people and what it is doing to us. Who created the gods? Did humans created the God? That's what we are talking about. So for this scenario, we ask, did men create God to coordinate society, or did God create man? Ahana mi bisano. Enipa na asese Nyankopon. Because I tell you, say, sika bi wo hodom ne tight bi wo hodom a enkrofo tua ma asofo na omu hu sunsun sanso a se nya adwene bi a ye de ato omutirim so omu nko heaven pa nka omu fese sika ne nko. I'm telling you. Because onu ani nua kura condition ane ba wom, but tight ne ye more important because ye de ato na adwene so opese okọ heaven. Until he would rather go and please the man of God than to take care of his own family, than to take care of his own people. Say, see, I must start here for 1 year now. Say, I have gone through a lot of churches. First, you know, I help the pastors. I send them, envelopes near there. When I sat back and realized that, I don't know, they upabro nye beche, or so for dada. But nipa na wa soro no bekwa akoche ne car. Na poor person, even the associate pastor no wo onam form. Everything is about them. Obekwa ko hu hampers egu osofo ni gate ano with everything that he or she has. But there are poor people in the church. Obekwa ko che hampers obeye sika odebekwa akoma osofo ni eye bigger nkrofo bi wo church wa enkofa nipa 4 no de ne church ne tight ne mo muda bia it will change your life. I don't know whether what is it about to please God osofo bi a minim no okurom a okọ repi obi wo London sometimes asem ne cha na ya asofo ni binom ade ameke bi afa binom ka ho se obi anim omo asem ne cha me kai tete na e wo London no saa tam na okọ repi obi no dwane ba Ghana ende ogina microphone ho a se oye British o so ya American o so ya black American minim o slange na ono na obo nkrofo achi ni wura fi ne ho so no repi obi wo London e no dwane ba ha and obi anim achenti when you are talking on social media on TV it doesn't mean that people doesn't know you. I tell you, people know your past into a year susu but sorts of way a young microphone are making a big because our London me I know him personally. It is all kasano bubom no shaking inufu na I am sure I'm like yo we all have obia was seen to one obi ni wo ye Jesus. So this God, it's people using the name God for business. Who actually created the God we are worshiping? Did we humans created them? Has some of these pastors become 10 gods for people that they are worshiping? Because me shedi na me say there be some na me di na yensenfo. It is say me too many see singers na omo wo asori amakomu no. Ache no na me start say me revisit those church na me hwe say singers no omo life asesa and na me fato ma bra boso say every 2 weeks no those singers no omo ache minim so omo serve a lot of churches o ma bra boy the same thing me imagine every 2 weeks no I will ask me frɛ no me bisa wade a wo pesa wo ye na ma bisa wo capital ye say na me the amount instead of giving it to those who have more than enough. I started doing this and I realized I saw or I got to know another sad part. They preach prosperity to these people. Some of these singers who have sung in the church for ages don't even have bank accounts. When you call the person and say, when you say we na oka ade opempo na obehu sadina ye so narrow. Obi afra wo say dear na wo pe a wo be ya wo life be change. Ade omo be bisa we ye so shocking. No mo bisa we are me say okay eno na waka ma me bank accounts no wa ma momo number. This is how limited the brain has become. Obi be ma uska woman momo number na momo number ye the dollar guso momo number limit kra wo betimi asani a day ya he. Tell me even the merchant lines no omo limit enye 50,000 a day. Why are you are praying say nyame mbo common bank accounts you don't have. So even if a miracle will happen nyame be ma uska na obi mpo be lose ni way because Bible scripture be say me de mensa kata watamfo ani mo de omo japade ma. If that scripture will even work for you a bank account kura wu ni bi ye bisa bank account na or the momo amount na maka tell say I don't do momo no atika ye di bank account ye just 50 cedis. These singers and these instrumentalists no mugu asore no they will not run to bank to open bank accounts and give it to you say ma grace bank account ni ni feskani gum mama. They will go and take somebody's bank account and give it to you say feskani gum. This is how limited the mind has become. These people are people that have been playing drums and singing in the church for over 10 years. Common bank account. A pastor cannot tell his people to go and open bank account. So you can save 10 cedis a day. 10 years, you are able to save something. But come and pay tithe. And that tithe, they have bank account, they pay those monies into. This is what we are talking about. Singing will not change the life of that fellow. But was singing for 10 years. So I decided to go round and do this for the singers, the instrumentalists now. Time now me was sorry 10 years ago no. That's why sorry when you watch radio and all that these people go there and they will be singing and they will be worshiping and their life is still the same. No more a singer to njuma no more back no more ye video. Not for way they yes serve and God will bless you. From there, call yourself one with him. Tell your singers to go and open bank accounts. Every month when you collect the tithe, put 100 cedis in their account. Give them life. Don't waste their energy. Don't suck on their energy. Don't drink their vision, their mission, and their dreams. Obeton jomne sa I associate pastor sa the software yeti sa 20 years now. One way who so now you are not relevant anymore. They want to give new people chances. It's purely merchandise. This is what I say, and people don't understand. Tell us who your software idea who you know. Tell us If it's not offering, this is why you don't want the people to wake. This is why you don't want them to think. This is why you don't want them to think critical. And this is what I am preaching. If you are a church member and your pastor tells you to hate me, he's just telling you to go far from Nyansa so that you continue being a sheep you sue for sacrifice. Who created the gods? Did human created the gods or God created us? This is the question. Answer me. Now we are sorry, one who sika free neck or so for no enough. The offering, the tithe, the program money is enough. Me, I have been a singer in one great church. Or so for me to come to ministry not to talk us about. Now what friend say cast na me di abano sika me di be yi munya 21 days program. Now mama Maame Grace be 5 days no nya prophetics. I need money to clear the cast. We know all these things. We've been with you for a very long time. You know you can't attack me. I've always been like this. This is what I'm talking about. Who created the gods? Are we supposed to worship them? What I'm asking, if it's not the truth, tell us the truth. If it's not so, come and educate us. We need these things. Like we use kakai to scare children and keep them in order. Religion was created to keep us in check. If you misbehave, God won't bless you. This is just what it is. So that one kasa ube ye asheye ewo wabrabo ho. So when we say we nye tema kato sa be phone quarantine confession. When they say confession, it's for witches, so they help them not to use their power to punish people. But sorry them, what do? We kill them rather. He will send you to hell and fire will burn you forever. We said this, and I'm there a example, no. Especially me, I remember me boom in sanona me chair and some me boom in sa. I didn't do because na me kukumu ye den. Me ankasa na me ho den said that dey no. Enti na ma yet say be maybe style bi no bare me ho na mi na bare. Enti time na me boom in sa me ma me hu ye no. No start catch them say the way I would see no wo na obi de we all hear this. Say obema de ne ho kan wa wo be yin say enti no wo kompo a na wo pese obema de ne ho be. These are things we say so it keep us in check. Why have we capitalized on such education or such control mechanism? Yet they are taming Crawford, and until people cannot even think about their lives because God will punish them. Does God care about whatever we do here? Whatever you do here, if it is wrong, you go through the consequences. It's not God that will go through for you. What heaven are we talking about? Come and tell us the heaven that you think we are going. You are watching Maame Grace. I am the prettiest preacher. If you do bonia, God will send you to hell and you will burn in hellfire. I go be your comment section or say judgment day will come. We are all waiting. We are all waiting. Obia katra say one to your tight na wu won't call heaven ma onye document in front to. Na fama wumba that who will and American say Crawford ya dey no mo say bra na be protection ya. Be honest. Wo kona ko protection na wu a wo be den akoso for no akọ say protection na anya adwuma. Hey, this simple thing is a problem. I continue. I'm now giving you the second scenario. The first scenario is what I've given you. There are things we say to scare children from going to where danger is. There are things we put in children's mind. Mimi fie mabusu fie omo awo mbra wo ho say ye ntu nyinsan ngu ena ye ndi obi kunu soso achi ye mabusuam enti mabusuam so be ma bi hu oba wo ho no obo ne hu modin ade apetesi kota kora akoye knocking a ukoka bibi a kire omo se wo mpa oba ma ne bi mo ntie o enti mimi fie o ka kire oba bi ata akoye knocking a onye because mpanyufo na wo fie ho no according to them omo se ebi mu kotu yefunu gu ye no mu wu fie ho ebinum kodi ebinum kunu achi ne yeku omo nti omo hye ne emra e wo fie ho nti yabusuam no ko ware na de obema ne ko na obema ne wo yire ko aye ma onye wo ho ade because abusua ne chi these are things aye di to wutrim and no nkere say wo be ko hell ana wo be ko heaven but abusua bia wo bibia omo de control abusua no because human beings need control if not obeya ade ama waku ono ankasa ne ho nti obatan bia fie awarefo bia fie mra wo ho ebi wo ho no ma yese 9 o'clock all TV should go off and you go to bed. And yeah, baby, just so that you can have enough rest for the next day exercise. What has heaven and hell got to do with this? Abusunya, why? Is it a threat? So you are able to squeeze my energy out? These are questions. Everything I'm saying today is a question. I need answers. I continue. I'm now going into the second scenario. Ahadom will be a bit of hypothesis, and it will be a bit spiritual, and it will be an ancient teaching. This is my second scenario. I continue. There's something called the worship gene. The worship gene. Why people are going around looking for things to worship. All ATS in Ghana. Hello to you guys. It's a simple, all these things are changing. Senka first no ye ATS now be see empe. Una wo sika se den ye say empe wo ye brunsama ejapade. But ATS no any yanya ye say yesum bibi no. Who is a wise person? Have they gone, the ATS, have they gone beyond a particular gene? And no, and I may be can who same CCA. This argument states that seeking a divine being to worship gives human purpose in life because they are biologically wired to worship by a gene called the God gene. It is in us. It is one of our DNAs. Inti saadie nankasa wo ho a epe bibia asom tie na saadie nankasa ye de start free ye mofra brem akola bia asom ne maame ne papa obema bia e worship ne yere na eno na mo koya ade na mabu kotojo wo ho na mo kotu tonga no eno oba bia so worship ne kunu na ono aduane ma ne kunu ba oyi ni shoes ma no enepo minim say when we were there. We remove shoes. We were great people. One person will be crying, and then house helps. No more worshiping all these things. So it's part of our. It's a gene that is in us. I'm going and I will get into the Anunnaki tablet. Now mama will be kakra. Actually, how we got that gene in us as well. You are watching Time with Maame Grace. One Dr. Dean Hammer even wrote a book about this gene. I'll give you the book so you go and look for it and read. According to him, seeking worship gives us an advantage as humans and the courage to push through hardship. This is why I always say that I love the church because of the people now ya gather omo. I have never ever spoken against the church, but I tell them to change the way they they groom people, the way they waste people's life, their energy, and the way they are condemning people, breaking families, breaking homes and all that, wasting people time for 5 hours, 8 hours a day because of church. That is where my problem is. But I've never ever spoken against the church, but I'm telling them that the opportunity these leaders have gotten to gather these people, they should not turn themselves into God for these people to worship. Now the coins to cry, not the blood so for just to please him, but they should change the way they are grooming the people that so they can make their lives better. This is what I'm speaking against. So this man said that this man called Dr. Dean Hammer said that seeking worship, it gives us or it pushes us to encourage us. Obi wo hono ma awrehu bi ahye ne mu no se wankwa asore ama ya encourage na asem bi ato no se wankwa asore ama wa encourage na. I have told you that Africans, we don't have structures for nothing. We are just here. Enti no nka church ne ye pa because tight na ya jeje na enye susu. Nanka me wo problem me rent ne ade nanka ye boaboa ye ho ne etua. This is what is not happening. Eno na amakasa no abeye bebre a nipa kasa bebre sa. So Dr. Dean extra about this worship gene na ose ewo ye worship no ewo ho senka ye bekom na ye boaboa ye ho na fie be hye obi mu a na obi etunifo owo obi to talk to. Sometimes you just need that one person to advise you. Agene kra wo utim na ye perfect. You want to talk to someone so that nipa ne be advise you. What you say? Nipa ne be advice so na why you sure of ade na wa wadwunim na o pese wo ye no. So every nipa dasani ehia ne yonku nipa dasani. But nipa dasani na ye hia no eno ne de ayeye no wa sore na na. That's the question. Everything I'm saying today is a question. Did we created the gods? Did human create gods? or God created us? That's the question. Therefore, when a human is without a God, they will pick any stone or wood to worship. Baby, I almost say, what nananom no more the wood. Asinsi almost one of me bisa nipa ne say nananom no mo ye ndue ya ebetumi ase so mo agudem ama mo ashi. We mu no mo ye nananom no. Ibisa nipa no. Only say me dem bisa questions. Into that gene na ewo nipa mu no. Eno na e push nipa. Na where a hifana sa gene no ebaye because gene ni ko nipa mu a owo a gene ni bi particle be ko nipa ni mu. That gene is what I'm about to break down for you now. Who share time with Maame Grace? I'm the prettiest preacher. Yanko swear. This God gene or worship gene is called VMAT. Ubetumi agugu no wesuya more about it. VMAT, vesicular monoamine transporter 2. That is the full meaning of VMAT. Vesicular monoamine transporter 2. Ewo nipa da sani bia mu. Ubetumi agugu no we reason brofo no kra yedin. Aya ebi wo ho no ma downloads ni bi no. Se metro. Say mumma mpa ma me na man short episodes because Dr. Kelly na me dey na anaju pressure sini so do. Pressure na me wo two types of pressure. Baako ye about me downloads and the mentiase na me tworo wo form metumi afam bobo na me dey here just for you to get the brofo for me. Another pressure so Elijah. You didn't put this image for me. Go and re-put it. I don't like this promo. Go and also pressure. These two pressures when it comes to this set, uni akoma nyame abo you can't face it. You appreciate these guys for me anyways. Though their head is like a, but appreciate them. So this V2, VMAT2, no, and no ne woni pada seni biemu. What you say? And no ne woni pada seni biemu, and no na e demand will say, I need something to lean on. I need and no na eya etim ebimu de ani to me kese sa omun to me now without a woman and now omun to me now without a man. Ye womu levels, but you can read more about it and understand what I'm saying. That gene is in us. How did that gene got into us as humans? So when you listen to all these things, then you help me get answer for this. Did humans create God? That's my question. And that's why I'm giving you all these questions. Let's answer them and get to what exactly God is. And if we should worship, who do we worship? The gene worship in us, no? So we worship each other and take care of each other. Is that what this God thing all about? And now there is something more. We are looking for answers. I said all these things are questions. So come to my platform and let's talk about this. We are all looking for the truth, not my truth, but the truth. So I bring all these things for us to delve deeper into it. I continue. I'm giving you where we got those genes into us as humans. Anunnaki and the VMAT gene, no, na break it down kakra ama VMAT and ama the full meaning. You can actually Google more and read about it. It's in the Anunnaki's tablet. I am trying to do the Anunnaki's tablet, but Dr. Kelly Papa Tinaji Naswash. Now when he gets time, we'll get into it. Because some of the things I draw and some of the things I have to pick mboba, me use milk in tontura just to show them so they get English for me. Because you know my English is just like kokwa ayatoto. I have barrel star baby. Time with Maame Grace. So I continue. The ancient tablet of the Anunnaki said that when they visited the earth hundreds of thousands of years ago, they met different species of human beings here. And when I make a say, a tablet nimu ana the book of Enoch. Who say, yes, say angels no eba asasi so no. They came to meet humans. No mutrini atenti no mu ho ye. Say they had intercourse with them and na omo ye na according to thought no omo wo ye no na nipa na omo wa asasi so before now no. We say ye technology no omo ye nkurase for no. Yes say na they were so smart say ade kitwe bi na omo kire omo no. They were creating more than the angels thought to say nipa ebetimi create. Enti no na omo create weapons. omu create weapons, no omu create metals, war nyama, and na omu create. Enoch, when you read the book of Enoch, you get more of these things that I'm saying here. Inti nipa was asasi so dada. Inti sa ankrofo we no ba ye no omo behu how smart human beings are no. They realize that a time will come and they will go and they will come back and they will still meet us here. So they were like, Mama yem plant some gene be ni yem fan to omumu. They will be looking for something to worship. If not, they won't worship us. Archons are part, angels are part. I won't mention them now, but I will try my best to go into this if I'm allowed. Until they know say human beings are superior to everything I would do. And the God you are talking about, if human beings decide not to vibrate on them, they can never be God. So who created the gods? Is it we that created them or they created us? So the reason why we always want to worship something, no, the VMA too, no, is in us. And no na pushy and say you're looking for BB to worship. And who placed those GMAC2 in our DNA or in our genes? This is those Anunnakis is in the Anunnaki tablet. So they generically modified their genes and implanted the worship genes so that humans would make them gods and not aim to be more than the Anunnakis. So this is actually the foundations of worship. Na aye adwuma masese ekura de abroso. Ye hu nipa mpo abeye no cross e de ato ya pampam ama ye pese ye worship osofo no edan wa wo maame kura wa wo. Can we think about this? I said all these things are questions. You can bring your answers. So after they gave humans the worship genes, humans started creating gods and religions to satisfy the genes in their DNA. This is why when God said, let's create man in our own image, let us, who and who? This is what these Anunnakis did to us. When you read the book of Enoch, you will get more details about this. Abusia, what are we actually worshiping? Are we creating gods? The genes in us is creating gods. It's pushing us to look for something to worship. If not, why is it that this God is not good? If it is the same God, why do we have different books? And why do we have different ways of worshiping? Do we actually create God or God created us? Are we here to worship anything? All these are questions I will need in the comment section. If you can come on the platform to educate us, we will be very, very grateful. So after they gave humans the worship genes, humans started creating gods and religions to satisfy the genes in them. So who created God? And who created religion? Is the creator himself created religion? Did he created God? If he did, why is he jealous about other gods? Because if it's not we that created that God. So Abusia, omu ana omu wo asasi su before religion eba aye no. Eden ana omu nim, eden ana omu sum. Ubetumi aba na woni yen abe discuss ewo a comment section ho say ye te prophecy God's mind the keke kan ho nyame yi kire mi senya. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the white bearded man sitting up there, or the pastor is using his head? Tell us. Or he opens your portals and tell you what is in there. Tell us. All these are questions. If you are a pastor, I will be grateful. If you even need, we've given a lot of letters to the bigger ones to come and explain this. Balawu. Sanyami aye sumuno and yes ye control in nipa desenia. Ebi no matter the law would catch you physically, but the God would deal with you in your consciousness. Say, hey, me yes I deal with ya. And I'm a day man omukunu pen mano. Ukunu pen ma ode kan wait and say wo kono baby a woni ne bedabia mi jawo ma Nyankopon. Ne ho bedu at once. Ohu oba no na okwa akoya. Ebedum say eja no. Eye ade a ye de tu nipa adwene mu. Inti the mind laws na ye use against people and obia say or call heaven one year heaven won't cut say one year say and I make the Catholics no or more a confessionally God factor nti wo koche no ma na dia wo beye bia na waka ososofo ne tiechi nti wo hu nanim ti dia wo ka bia o hu anim sosore no okobia osofo no onim voice. It's not only your face that identifies you, your voice can equally hey ajin ne ko form sa na e problem o nti no ko che curtain na chi na wo kan se wo patre se onim na it is believed say oye nyame na oti asem nti on kan chiro bia na watuufo se menye boni biom. They always wanted us to tell us what is eating us a young person ye be kan chiro bia no, so they advise us obuafu na person ko poison obi so kokun obi a they advise you now about down. We are not supposed to kill abonefo any de akeka ka ho e wo ho tisi ye ka repentance ne ye ka confession. This is all what is it about. Say woman me kwan na me be kan ne e ha me no e kire but obi ko ka kire obi say ashawo no obo pese ojai oni be ma say osofo ne je microphone no mo say omo mama me no nkotene e kire ho na ne ho wo bone. Is this what the worship, the Bible, the God and everything, is this what is it about? Making monies out of this? It's just a question. Inti abusia eye DNA na ewe ye mu no matter how it was created, how it got into us. So now I made the wo. They said the sins of their father visited their children. Almost 10 generations. Into this worship and this gene that is in us, how it got into us is what I've told you. Ebi wo hodoma almost gene bi wo bi mu a hereditary. Ebi ti say diabetes, ebi ti say sickle cell. Ade wan say ade bi a nipa dasani ade nadwene aye research and ade nadwene creating machine. What the two ebe kan kire on the people believe. Hospital nipa ko doctor ho no ma ono wakotena se asua aduro no wo school no de be ma wa obetumi ewu ho. People go and die there. People believe. But the real thing and the raw thing na nipa ni behu na waka kire wo no eno the people don't want to believe. Spirituality has become so cheap that young Africans are ye colors ye black, gold and green ni nyina kire say obibini osikani a oti wuram herbs na ye way of life ye eating eno na ye duane na ye drugs no. How did it become spiritual? Atami ewu eni ahutoi. This is the reason why everywhere there is worship, there is this. And no matter how it got into our DNA, to say the anyadowa ni ade get into our DNA. Say wo maame mu and about this is how this gene, worship gene, got into us, or this God gene got into us. Into de bia ye nam yehwehwe bibi asum is in our DNA. And if you feel say Jesus na the ultimate, you become enemy to the rest of the gods that I mentioned earlier. Who created them? Did we create them? Did we create God? Did human create God? Or God created us? What is it about? Write your comments in the comment section. Even the religion na ye nim kra say ye nim say no na ye ultimate, at least no de ye ditum Judaism, Abrahamic religion ni nyina no. Abrahamic religion no eno na Judaism, Christianity and Islam. Omumpono, they have different books, they have different way of worshiping. Is it one God? Do we create God or God created us? That's my question for today. Ubetumi atro in the comment section. If you have more idea about this, whether we created God or God created us, or yenyame nipa and vibrity was what makes him God? So who created them? Who is making them powerful? I saw the software now. Oko repi obi na sorry mados ntezi or sle no bonkrofo achi ni refi no ono no ho de oye no enya wo na ukọ vibrate wo no so a enkende or sle o kasakra se oya adanu bi madam fu bi ono so nim no London ofre mi se Maame Grace mi se yes uni pay who rapist say wadane America ni ana and at 20 Johnson nkoten makraw